Hello everyone, I'm Psychotic, and that's also my screen name. We are back with episode 12 of our Season 3 for Medieval Dynasty on the new map. Today we're going to start off with some light mining, right where we left off last episode, followed by a little bit more hunting. We're going to try and see what quests we can scare up, and try to get a house or two and maybe a fishing shack up and running. Our ideal here is to maximize the downtime of winter to try and get a jump start before we have to deal with all the flax in the spring. So we're not going to have a lot of time when we're dealing with the fields. So if you learn anything useful today, or if you have a good time, please don't be afraid to drop a like. If you're feeling friendly, maybe go ahead and subscribe. But either way, let's go ahead and load in. Alrighty, here we are, getting ready to go into our mine. Hello, Autumn. Hey, Scattered. What's going on, guys? Let's see. Weight-wise, we're a little heavy. I need to figure out what we've got going on that's making us a little heavy. Not the potage. Coins don't have weight. The extra bronze pickaxe, maybe? Well, we're not going to need 3 of them for this, so let's go ahead and throw all but the stolen one in storage. And we'll use the stolen one. Just to get rid of it. Hide the evidence. Oh, don't grab the stick, Seg. Come on, man. Right, we need Geraldine, because we can't call her... Oh, you guys forgot to remind me. We have to murder that pig before we go into the mine, or we're going to have to deal with the sounds again. Oh, thanks, Autumn. I appreciate that. Alright, it's time to go a pocket piggy. Now... It's not at this mine, it's at the other mine. Alright, well, never mind. That's probably why y'all didn't remind me, because we're not at the right mine. But I do need to drink that potion of strength that I keep forgetting about. And a big thanks to Melody for pointing that out to us. Because it saves us a hit per on these, which is actually a double savings, because it's one less swing of the pickaxe, so it saves that time. And it's using less stamina because we don't have to swing the pickaxe one more time. So that's less stamina regen time as well. So it's actually double the savings. Which is super exciting. Now we still have like 44 bronze knives that we forgot to sell off last season. So that's okay. We're going to have a little bit extra this season. Now, we did notice that the strength potion lasts pretty much the entire mine run, which is super nice. So, you're only doing 1 per mine run instead of a bunch. Like we would with the night vision. I think we needed 3 night vision to do a single mine run. So, that helps. We are going to lose our torch. We can always make another one when we get back. But that's not going to help us for the rest of this run. I really wish the torches were a little bit bigger of a radius. Kind of like they were in Sengoku Dynasty. The torches in Sengoku Dynasty were quite a bit more useful than the ones here in Medieval Dynasty. But, I guess you can't have it both ways, right? We're going to have to revisit that game soon. Because they have done a lot of adding to that game since we ran our initial playthrough when it first dropped. There's a lot more to it now. They've got farming and some other cool stuff. I haven't actually loaded it since we did it for the stream, the series. So it wouldn't be a bad thing to check it out again, I don't think. It is frustrating, though, going from Medieval Dynasty to Sengoku Dynasty because they are not the same. The villagers only do stuff on season change. They don't do stuff daily like they do in Medieval Dynasty, which makes it very, very frustrating. But it is what it is. Different studio, so same producer, different studio. And here we'll kind of making mince pasta thingy. Awesome stuff. So you always have the coolest meals, man. I tried to make General Tso's chicken tonight, and it did not go well. It was good, it was palatable, but it was a travesty to call that General Tso's chicken. It was basically a spicy sweet and sour chicken. And I used jasmine rice instead of white rice, which in retrospect was a mistake. But, yeah. Like Sengoku, but Medieval Dynasty is so much better. It really is. And I mean, to be fair, they've had more time with it. Medieval Dynasty is quite a bit older, and the studio that made it, I feel like, knew more of what they were doing. It doesn't sound very nice, but that's what I think. It was tasty. It was a travesty to call it General Tso's chicken. I tried to follow a recipe that I found, and of course it's me, so I can't just follow a recipe. I have to tweak it, and it was some shenanigans in the kitchen. Put it in the right direction. And there's actually a game, I found a neat little RPG. It's a single person developing it, and it is still obviously early access. But I was going to make a video on it, and I still intend to this week. But he changed the way that his skill trees work now. So the character that I had that was super advanced, that was going to show off all the cool stuff that you could do in the game, is no longer viable. So I'm going to have to spend some time getting another character up to snuff before I make the video. One of my favorite skills was in the Druid skill tree, where you can become a raven, and that allows you to fly, which gives you some really cool access to stuff that otherwise is a giant pain in the butt to get to. But when he changed the way that the skill trees work, it used to be a network where you started in the center and worked your way out by picking nodes along the chain. And now it's a level-based system with bars. So you get like 5 skills at level 5 that you can pick from, 5 skills from and you can pick all of them at those levels. But it's no longer, I can't just bum rush straight to the Raven to get things easier and then power level my way up on the other stuff. So I've got to actually take the time and do some actual progression. But it's a fun little game, and I enjoy it. It's not even close to being finished, but it's fun. It's fun enough that I feel comfortable recommending it, unlike Farmer's Dynasty, which that game is loosely applicable. Alright, what did I... Oh, it's going co-op in 2024. Interesting. That's going to be frustrating, though, because there's not really anything that you need other people's help for. And there's something that I've discovered playing survival games with my friends. Not only is it that sometimes it's frustrating when people do things differently, I can get over that, especially with my friends. But the part that I really struggle with is now you have to get twice the resources to gear 2 people. And we're running into that problem with this, where, you know, we're in full bronze, and it's year 2, and the same cannot be said on the co-op, because even though we can get materials faster, we need twice the materials. And when you have limited materials like the mines, it becomes problematic. Alright, speaking of problematic, my dumbass wasn't watching our weight. Yeah, the easiest way to do that is either have one person the designated settlement builder, and everybody else just deals with it, or up your building amount, and have everybody build their own village wherever they want. And that's, and a lot of times, what we do in survival games is we'll all start out together until we get enough established that we have materials for where we can survive on our own comfortably. And then we will split up, so to speak. We'll trade amongst ourselves, but we don't actually run in the same base. And sometimes it's just Psych wandering off on his own and establishing his own base when nobody else is paying attention. But seeing as that's the kind of crap that I do in real life anyway. They said that it respawns. Okay. Do we know what kind of a time frame? Because we've been checking houses for respawns, and for the most part, they haven't been. Granted, we're only 2 years in, so it might be like the trees, where it takes 2 full years to respawn. That's feasible. The music changed. I thought we were in combat. In the northeast of the map, there's big ruins on a cliff. Yeah, we wanted to go up there. You got your iron crossbow there? I wanted to go up there because I wanted to investigate that tunnel that leads to it. It looked interesting to me. Oh, so it is my fault she died then. I feel awful now. I feel absolutely awful. That's disappointing. Yeah. I figured that the, you know, medical professional would give you a better recovery item than badger fat, but yeesh. Or badger lard. Well, I guess lard is fat, so it's kind of the same thing. Alright, we only have enough feathers to make 20 arrows, which is not a terrible lot.
I'm colorblind.
You're colorblind? You cannot be a smith if you are colorblind. I'm sorry, but metallurgy, you need fine color detail between yellow and red.
How can I help you?
Do you need to know when it's white hot, when it's red hot, and when it's yellow hot? And, all of it's too hot for you to tell by feel. So he's going to make subpar equipment because of that. If there's lynxes, we should be coming up on the pigs any minute now. And it's entirely possible, guys, that he is under the graphics. Of course, it's also entirely possible that that's him over there. Alright, we'll have to check the map and see if we got them all. And if we still hear pig sounds, then it means that one of them is under the graphics. Nope, that is all the pigs. It's grayed out. So if we hear pig sounds, there's nothing we can do about it, because that would mean that they're under the graphics. That's so exciting. We got access to our hoods for our fur. Now, we can take this, but that's going to cut into our bronze. So I don't know that that's really worth it. Well, basically, you would, for charcoal, you would make a pile out of logs. So you would have to have a buildable item that took several logs. And then you would use a little bit of clay around the outside of it. And then you would light it like you would a campfire. And generally speaking, they would burn for days, weeks, sometimes months to get you charcoal. So you just have it set up on season change that it's complete. And then you would go and get your charcoal out of the building. Worm did something very similar, which Worm was made by the same guy that made Minecraft, except it's more realistic. In a lot of cases, it is too realistic. Like, to make a wagon, you have to make spokes, make an axle, make a wheel, put the spokes on the wheel, put the wheel on the axle, then make a whole nother wheel and spokes for the other side, and then make the centerpiece for it, for the wagon, and then attach the axle and wheels to the wagon body. Like, it's super, super in-depth. Well, yeah, they used a kiln, though. But yeah, I suppose that could work, too. I really like Worm, but I cannot play Worm online. I have to play the Worm Unlimited, which is basically solo. You can set up a server to play with your friends, but it's not super immersive multiplayer like the online version. But the online version, everything is default. So to harvest a single harvest on a tile in a mine takes 20 seconds. and it takes 50 harvests to remove a tile to dig deeper into the mine. Granted, you get material for each harvest, but still, it's way too long. So I tried to play the, if you play Worm Unlimited, you can adjust those because you have server command control. So I generally put it at about 2 seconds per harvest, and it makes it actually reasonable. But it's similar to Minecraft in that the whole world is terraformable, but it is a tile-based system instead of a voxel-based system. And it is way, way more realistic. It is definitely not a game for kids. You have to know some things about some things to make most of the materials there. Alright, looks like our last trip is just going to be 2 nodes, which is why we start at the back and work our way forward, as it would suck to run all the way to the back of the mine just for 2 nodes. Baldur's Gate 3. I very much enjoy Baldur's Gate 3. It is a fantastic game. It's another game, though, that is very difficult to play with other people. I have a friend that I play it with periodically that is a little impatient. So when we have some things that we could set up synergy-wise for attacks, it almost never works because he just kind of does what he thinks he should. And sometimes to the detriment of the rest of the party, which is kind of frustrating. But he is not the most strategic. It's still fun, though. They play D&D as well, yeah. It's a pretty good simulacrum for D&D 5.0. There's obviously some things that don't translate well into a video game, but for the most part, they did a pretty good job on it. And there are still some heinous bugs, but they're working on it, slowly but surely. I miss the days when they actually bug-tested games ahead of time before release. That was always nice. But that was back, you know, when we didn't have internet, so you couldn't just update the game. Day 1 patches weren't a thing. Yeah, the company's putting out the half-finished games. Now, some of them I understand, like that Bloodline that I'm making a video on is a single developer. So he's trying to, he's using the pre-orders to survive on, or, well, the early access payments to survive on while he finishes the game. Like, that kind of makes sense. But when you've got a AAA studio working on something, there's absolutely zero reason it should be broken at all. Here's looking at you, Bethesda. Okay, it is too late to go to town for sale. Just tired of having stuff, that's fair. Wait, did we finish the fields already? I think we did. Yeah, we did. Okay, good. Good. That really helps. So here's what we're going to do. We're actually going to change our fields over now and hope that they will plant them for us, or at least start the planting of flax. And we're going to put all this crap in our house. Flaxseed is actually worth selling. It's not worth as much as the flax itself, but it does still make you money. And cabbage seed is not completely worthless anymore, which is also good. It used to not be worth the wait. Alright, there we go. So now we don't have to worry about them trying to harvest for us. So they will hopefully start the flax seed planting for us, and that's going to take less. We might run out, though, because we kept it back exactly 300. We need to buy more cherry saplings, too. So that's going to be a little awkward, but that's alright. We'll make it work.
What should I be doing here, boss?
I don't know. Maybe your feckin' job? Oh, you just heard through the grapevine? Well, fair enough. It doesn't hurt anyway. It does make it look better, but I don't want to get too excited with this village over here. Right now, we're just trying to get enough to get by while we prepare to build our actual village at the other location. And we are going to go more of an industrial complex this time around and less of a farming. So we're going to be doing quite a few forges and run that route instead, and we're not going to have a bajillion fields like we did last season. I think we had 8 fields by the end of last season. It was 8 or 9. And we're not going to go quite that hard into fields this time. Just enough to keep our flax coming in. And yeah, so, Stesso, these used to be worth 8, and now they're worth 6. So the price did go down, but they are still quite worth it. We were talking about that over Christmas, too, and they were giving my stepdad crap, saying that he was going to get coal because he'd been an ass for the year, which it's an ongoing joke. But I pointed out that, you know, honestly, in today's economy, getting coal for Christmas isn't a terrible gift. That's actually worth a chunk of change. And we've got a bunch of crap that we can sell. And we're already at 5 grand. Our taxes are looking like they're going to be pretty close to 1,500, I'm going to say, by the end of this. Now, one thing that we didn't do was build our fishing hut. There we go. We got it shallow enough that we shouldn't have to get wet to get in. So it looks like, for comparison, all of these take 2 durability per fish. And all of these take 1 durability per fish. So our best bet's going to be to go with pike to get the most meat per durability. Excuse me. Joshua, hello. So to make compost bins, you hit Q, and you go to Furniture and Decorations, and then you go to Workstations, and then you go to Farming, and then they are right here. And then if you wanted to make a wash tub so that you don't have to submerge yourself to clean in winter, it's actually in the same place. You go to Workstations, and then go to laundry workstations. And it's there. We've already built up this place more than I really wanted to. If there's an arrow on it, there are more choices. Oh, right. Yeah, if you see the little swirly arrow there, looks like a backwards return. Then it's narrows out, like Autumn was saying. Just watched 111. Oh, awesome. Okay, so yeah, we're on episode or season 3, which is actually in the new map, so it's quite a bit different than the valley is. But yeah, got the tier 2 hunting lodge. You have so much meat it winds up making fertilizer. Yeah, the tier 1's really not worth it. The amount of materials that you get off the tier 1 is absolute garbage. Maybe we will reconsider when we have access to the tier 2, but for now we're just not even bothering. It gets so little meat, it's not even funny. And at the rate that we need leather, we're already massacring the countryside of deer, so we're already up to our eyeballs in meat. Oh, it's a dude here. Okay. Okay. We still have quite a bit for sale, though. This is a bit of a problem.
Wants to see you soon.
We still have a lot for sale. Over 1,000 flaxseed, 100 cabbage seeds, 200 roasted meat. We're at 15,000 coins. So there's 10,000 coins in this village. That's good to know, at least. Well, crap. All right, well, let's pick up this quest over here. And see what they need. So we still haven't found any kind of a main storyline quest yet. So Milla, everything all right? More than all right. Remember This day is the day that changed the world. I invented something that will truly revolutionize our society. Is it another spork? Oh my, is it a new cure? Is it some sort of advanced tool? Did you finally find a way to end all wars and famine? Tool. You created a new game. That's better. Games are the best. Right? I'm so glad I came across a fellow enthusiast. I need some aid promoting the game. Will you help me? With honor and pleasure. Seeing as that is literally what we're doing now. Okay, so listen. The game is called Stone Parchment Shear. Oh my god, it's rock, paper, scissors. I need to get precisely these 3 items, then display them nicely in front of my house, and everyone will see. Don't worry, I've already made some arrangements. A very special stone is being prepared for me by Bronislaw and Skauki, and Swibora in Astoya promised to donate her shears. I just need you to collect them for me. The last thing is the parchment, which you can safely borrow from the notice board. Getting rid of some of the older notes won't hurt anybody. When you have all the items, come back to me, and I'll not only make it worth your while, I'll teach you how to play the game as well. Be ready with your coins.
Our quartermaster is a good fellow.
I feel like we should take her out back and murder her for the horror she's about to unleash on the world. I don't know if we have to complete a quest to get a parchment or if we have to do them in order. So I'm hoping that by finishing this quest, one, we'll get a chunk of change, but also the Dynasty rep that we need to hire that female farmer. But I'm hoping that it will give us the parchment for that quest. I doubt it, but I've been wrong before. Parchment.
Once I met a guy who kept saying, "Hello, howling."
I killed a few pigeons. Let's hope they leave you be for some time. You're my savior. They'll return. They always do. At least some of them bite the dust. Thank you. Anytime. For 120 rep and 300 coins, you bet your ass I'll kill some pigeons. We needed the feathers anyway. Alright, so that did not help us with the parchment thing. So we're going to have to go to Bronislaw. Is that... I don't know where that is. Oh, it's in Skauki. Okay. Well, let's see if that gave us enough rep with that 120 points to recruit that female farmer.
Travelers of this realm are drawn to the bonfires like moths, myself included. How is life treating you?
Nothing like the crackling.
Perfect. Excelente. Alright, let's see. We've got field 1 and field 2. So can we put her in one of those? Looks like we need to make some more firewood. Yep, field 2. Perfect. Alright, and then we will put her to work in the barn. And that means that we're going to have to assign the barn something. So we are going to assign the barn... I don't know what we're going to assign the barn. We don't have anything that we need out of them right now. Animal feed, maybe. We can have them make the animal feed after we harvest.
The cozy fire to make you focus
Wait, was she?
inside today.
Ah, shit. You're right.
Hello.
Thank you for that.
See you.
We needed a survivalist too, but thank you for that. Which means she is actually going to the herbalist hut. And right now we're just going to have them worry about henbane. Or maybe we'll do 75% henbane. Now, you know what? Here's what we'll do. We'll do 50% henbane. And we'll do 50% dandelion and 50%, or 25 rather. Because that would be 150%. As nice as that would be, we're not going to get away with it. St. John, or not St. John's, broadleaf plantain. There we are. And that'll give us the materials for the healing potions and for the strength potions, which are pretty much all we're going to use, so.
That morning breeze. It smells divine.
The morning breeze smells divine. Lady, it's winter. Are you insane? You just watched season 3. Oh, season 3. Okay, episode 111. You're invested. You play 2, just got the game 2 days ago. Awesome. Awesome. Well, we're glad to have you here, man. I thought that you meant you watched season 1, episode 11. I was very confused earlier. But yeah, yeah, welcome, and thanks for stopping by. That's always awesome. But it is 8 o'clock, guys, so we're probably going to stop here. We've got our field ready to rock. We got some new buildings up. We've got some new people for said buildings. We've got a couple of houses. We did manage to start another quest for rock, paper, scissors, which makes us the bane of everyone's existence, but that's all right. Oh, firewood. Let's make that before we log, because I will forget. But we're in pretty great shape here. I'm just going to make a crap ton of it this time. It's been a decent stream. It's been very productive. We got both the mines harvested. We got several herds of deer culled. We got a crap ton of feathers, which means we can actually get the rest of our bronze rocking. I'm very, very happy with where we are. I think we're well on our way. We do still need to upgrade our storages to tier 2s, but that's alright. That's not pressing right now. I don't want to grow this area too much more. I really want to get started on that other village. Unfortunately, we're going to have to deal with the fields in the morning. And I'm hoping that we can have our kid tonight and see how that, not tonight as in tonight real time, but like at the season change, to see exactly how the mechanic works for having a child as a female character.
Good day.
So let's romance, yes. Oh, okay.
Have a nice day.
So we'll hang out in here and log out. But if you guys learn anything useful or had a good time, please don't be afraid to drop a like. If you're feeling friendly, maybe go ahead and subscribe. But either way, you guys have a fantastic rest of your night, and we will be back on Friday for the next part. Thanks for watching.